I love to run. I've been doing it since I was 5. This is like all I've known. This is a huge part of who I am.
Born to run.
Houlihan finishing in first place.
Born to compete.
It's that famous Shelby Houlihan kick.
Born to fight.
Shelby Houlihan wins in Albuquerque.
I'll be a lot tougher now than I was 3 years ago.
In 2020, Iowa native Shelby Houlihan was seen as one of the best long-distance runners in the world, breaking American records in the 1500 and 5K and winning 13 U.S. track and field championships.
But Houlihan has got Simpson in her sights.
But her life and her career got derailed in 2021 when she tested positive for nandrolone, a steroid some athletes use to increase muscle mass. Shelby was given a 4-year ban from racing, causing her to miss both the Tokyo and Paris Olympic Games. For 3.5 years, Shelby has vehemently maintained her innocence.
And I took a lie detector test to prove that as well, and I passed with flying colors. But people don't really care about that, I guess. I'll take 1,000 lie detector tests. You can ask whatever questions you want.
Shelby's only working theory is that a false positive was caused by some pork that she ate the night before her test. Nandrolone has been proven to occur naturally in male animals, particularly hogs, and it's been scientifically proven that ingesting pig meat can result in a false positive drug test. And still, all of Shelby's appeals were denied, leaving her lost, without a career, and still no answers.
With the way the system is set up, it's on the athlete to figure out what happened. And I just couldn't figure it out. This was the meal that I had eaten the night before at that food truck was really the only lead that we had. But it could have been from something else that I, maybe hadn't considered. But we tried to prove that the best that we could, and it just wasn't good enough.
After spending a lifetime working towards one goal and having it taken away, her future was suddenly one big question mark.
I contemplated quitting for, I think, 2 weeks, and then I was like, no, I'm getting back into it.
Shelby knew early in her suspension that she wanted to keep competing. What she didn't know was how she'd be received by the rest of her running community.
A new American record for Shelby Houlihan.
Because of all the hate that I did get, it's been hard to train and show up at tracks where other runners are. And if they know me, if they believe me, are they going to be mean to me or not? I think I was just kind of experiencing threats everywhere all the time. So it's been a little traumatic, honestly.
Here comes the familiar Shelby Houlihan kick.
The born runner could have run away from the sport for good. Even though she was going to miss out on 2 Olympic Games, Shelby still knew she had more to give to the track.
I think if I walked away, I would regret walking away. I needed to keep training and try to come back and just see what happens. I've just been kind of on the road and going wherever I want to be, chasing the sun, not, constantly, again, being reminded of everything that happened.
The Olympic Games of 2021 and 2024 should have been the apex of Shelby Houlihan's running career. Instead, she's at home, watching her former teammates compete on the world stage.
I'm definitely going to watch the people that I know. There are good days and bad days. Some days I feel totally fine and I can watch races, and some days I just can't. It was a constant reminder of, things that I had lost. So much anger and sadness for myself, and knowing I should be there. I deserve to be there.
Shelby's turn will likely come again. As she watches her peers win medals, Houlihan remains in Arizona, where she trains for her future with the help of her sister, Shayla.
Anyone that has a younger sibling can relate to not wanting to see their younger sibling struggle and hurt.
She's a former Iowa Hawkeye assistant coach who's helping get Shelby back among the elites of the running world.
She's that sort of athlete that makes a coach look good. As big sister, I've always tried to just guide her in a way that is going to be best for her.
She just, sends me workouts and checks in on me, so that it's been nice to still do the training, but it's just different stuff.
The countdown until the end of Shelby's suspension is on. she can start training with other professional runners in November. And come January 14th of 2025, her suspension will be lifted and she can compete against the world's best once again.
I think it's the light at the end of the tunnel for both of us. It's less sadness and anger and a little bit more excitement for the future and just looking forward to the future, because it was taken away from her, and there's nothing that we can change about the past, so you got to just kind of keep looking forward.
And Houlihan storms away to gold here in the US title.
With Shelby's drive and considering what she's been through over the last 3 years, the rest of the world is on notice.
If I can stay healthy and be in the type of shape that I want to be in, I'm going to try to go after every record that I can.
She, I think, will be on a revenge tour come January. She wants to break every record she possibly can.
After a 4-year trial by fire, could anybody doubt Shelby's chances at reaching a podium?
I haven't raced, so it's just hard to really see where I'm at. I still got it, I think.